evening to you.
How are you? Oh, what? Sorry.
I said, what up?
Yeah, just having a great day so far. You know, just did a nice little final in the full speed league, and now we have TMGL. So it's looking like a good day.
All right, it should be a good omen. Did you win?
Yeah.
Then I will do good.
All right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
GG.
GG. Well, that was a good pre-match interview, Spam. Thanks, and good luck today.
See you
ya.
later. Nah, today is gonna be really, really insane. Like, today is the day that matters the most right now for me. I think if today goes wrong and for everyone else it goes right, that is gonna be very tough for step 6. So, like, I'm in this situation where I need to deliver today. Like, the delivery needs to happen right here, right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree with you on this one. You're currently in the top 8 right now, but the margin is about 16 points with Massa, who is in 9th. And that means that if they have a good step and you don't, you're basically out of the top 8 instantly.
Exactly.
So I completely agree that you would need a good step right now. And if you do, you're pretty safe for next week. But if you don't, then that's gonna be a scary step 6, which, I mean, you kind of are known for that, but
yeah, I just want one season where it's not like that.
Yeah.
One season where I just can cruise a bit in step 6. So the goal for today is getting super close to triple digits on the leaderboard. Like, that is, if I can get that, that will put me in a very nice and comfortable position going into the final step, of course. But yeah, any points is like needed. Any double-digit points, even if it's just 10 points, could mean so much in the league right now because of the scoreboard that's so incredibly close.
Yeah, exactly. You have Tween right under you with like 1 point difference, and you have Massa, you have Bren. It's just, and they are not far away. They only need a decent step, and you to slip up once, and you're already.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's a really close field here in the middle.
Exactly.
And
so yeah, these 2 new maps, they are they are tough. They are really tough, and I do have some good pace on them, but I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of mistakes, and I just hope that with my safer driving style that I will do today, that I will come up on top, because I do think. And I do see a lot of mistakes happening on map 6 identity for sure, but also map 5 is really fast paced, and it's just one small slip up on map 5 in the middle, and you just lose about 2 seconds. Like, it's just insane.
Yeah, and the level this season is really high, so it's not like you can just casually drive through. You need to be fast, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think? What are you expecting?
Well, I'm thinking another good step by Gwen, but other than that, I don't really know. It's just it's gonna come down to execution this week. I think it's or do you have some insider information that someone is looking really good?
I actually have no inside information besides what I know from the public leaderboard and Peck and Carl, and that's about it. But the scary thing is, Afi and Gwen have not shown any times, and they are apparently playing and sharing strats together. And I remember Afi mentioned that if he's not playing on the leaderboards, he has something up his sleeve. So I've tried my best to figure something out, but I don't think there's anything to do special on these 2 new maps. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, maybe they just are fast and not really with a line, but just that they feel really good on it and they don't want to show how good they are.
Exactly, that could be the case.
Or maybe they're just trying to mess with you. Just the effect of this already, like, it's already in your head right now, right? That they will have something.
It's a psychological game. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not gonna affect me. I will play my game, right? And if I make a mistake, that can happen. Of course, I will not make the same mistake that I did last week on the whoops, for instance. You know, I'm just gonna break a little bit more. I think it woke me up as well to just take things more safely, because people are making mistakes, and people are making a lot of mistakes. And just looking at the leaderboards and times that people do, it doesn't really reflect anything from the actual step. So I definitely woke up because of that, and will just drive my game and not make any mistakes. That's the plan. And even if I lose 0.2 in every single turn, in the end, people have made mistakes. I will definitely beat those. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you make a mistake, that's 2+ seconds and not 0.2,
Exactly.
right? So yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate to see that last week where you were really excited for map 5 and 6.
oh man,
You seemed really confident, and then I think it
Yeah.
was literally map 1, just instantly like,
Yeah.
oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it never happened. It literally never happened. So that just shows that a little bit of pressure. I mean, I don't even know if it was pressure. Like I had no pressure. I just made the mistake of breaking too late, and you know, that's all me. That is. That was
Yeah,
quite
well, at
unfortunate.
least that's the case, right? At least you can. It's not out of your control, because that's way more frustrating, at least in my own experience.
Exactly. Exactly that. So people seem fast here.
Yeah, because you're
Just
warming up on
checking.
one of the 2 new maps right now.
Yeah. I'm checking the CPs and stuff. People do seem quite ready.
Wow, you sound like a little bit scared here.
No, I'm not scared. I'm just preparing my mind for the inevitable. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for double-digit points, and I will definitely keep my points this step. Like, I've put in a lot of effort. You know, it's not gonna be a repeat from last week. I'm pretty confident about that. So we'll keep it at that.
That sounds good. And what about the players that we talked about a little bit that are right below you? Like, I don't know, Massa or Bren, for example. Do you think they will play well today, or is that...
I don't know. I think Massa is a coin toss, as always. Bren, I think Bren will do good. Even though I don't feel like he has prepared a lot, but I still think he will... I mean, he's a fast driver, and the identities on these maps are kind of suiting him. Massa is a bit of a coin toss. Yeah, so not really sure what's gonna happen there.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see, I guess, right? It's just it's gonna come down to your own performance, I think. At least you are in that position once again this season, where it kind of is just, if you play well, you get through, and that's good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's coming down to. As I just made the mistake.
Well, luckily it's warm up, so you're good.
Yeah. All right, Matt. Well, message to chat. Can we try to win Clash Time? I would love to win Clash Time, and then I at least win something in this step. Right, guys? All right. Thank you, guys.
I think they got it. That's good. Definitely gonna work.
Perfect. All right. Well, I will talk to you at the end of the step.
All right. See you then, and good luck.
See ya.
And have fun.
Yes.
Let's turn up the sound a little bit, because we are going to go in to the step. Wait. There we go. Alright, it is time. We have 3 seconds left of the warm-up on Frozen Fridges. And we're gonna go live into the TMGL step number 5. It is about 8 o'clock. Here we go, be in the top 16. We are on map number 1, Frozen Fridges. And let's see how the start is gonna happen here. Nice little camera for us. I should not cam switch at the start. But anyway, oh, Spam already with a different line. But yeah, don't think the line is better than the rest. He's already catching up in this little turn here. As you can see, a better tech turn for Spam, already catching up to the rest. And he's already looking to go for some overtakes and get away from the 16th position. A little bit of a mistake here, but I think Spam managed to save himself quite well. And he's able to now get back into the race and get back into the top positions. We've seen a little bit of a mistake here by Massa, who slowed down quite a bit. Not exactly sure what happened there, but he's losing a lot of time here. Alright, we're going into the first identity. It is time. Spam right now already in the 11th position from 16 after his little mistake, and he's trying to catch up to the rest. And yeah, this... Oh, Massa! Yeah, he survived, although he is quite slow after that identity. Looked a little bit wonky there, almost going into the wall, but he seems to be fine. Alright, that was the end of lap number 1. We have Bren with the best time so far. He is already in the lead. Not the greatest news for Spam, as we've already talked about a little bit. Bren is one of the players that might snipe Spam's position on the general standing this step. So we'll have to see how he will perform. Ooh, Gwen with a mistake right there. Good news for Spam. That's another overtake for free here. Alright. What? That was a respawn. Muda respawning there. Just jumping way too far to the left. And is now just... Yeah. Well, see ya. You know what I mean? That's got... What is Crappy doing? What is this line? What are the people doing in this step? I think Spam was already mentioning this in the pre-match interview. He's like, yeah, if I just drive safe, I'm gonna get decent positions because people are making mistakes. But I don't know if he meant it like this, because there are a lot of mistakes right now. Alright, in the meantime though, we do have Spam slowly but surely catching up to the #1 player. Yes, it's actually happening. Yeah, people are making mistakes, but it's also Spam with a really nice pace. Back right now with the best lap. But after his Spam's mistake, he was about 0.7 behind. And now he's about 0.8 behind. Ooh, Riolu with a little bit of a bumpy road right there. And now Spam is suddenly in top 4 position. Oh wait, top 5 position. Orel right now trying to catch back up. He has more speed. Will go for the overtake on Spam, but... Spam right now with a lower airtime line. He's going to catch it back up again. The battle is on between Orel and Spam for the top 5 place. In the meantime, though, we have Afi and Carl Jr. as the next targets here. Into the Tactor we go. Spam takes it really nicely. And that's going to make him come closer to basically all the players ahead of him. And we're talking Carl Jr., Brent, and Afi here. And look at this. Another good turn here by the Dutch player. And he's going to catch up more and more. Spam really on a good pace here on this map. Well, except for Pack. I mean, he is extending his lead. But, you know, that's Pack. Whatever. 0.9 now between Spam and Pack, but he's getting closer and closer to Bren, Afi and Carl Jr. And he's already leaving his opponents behind him. Look at the gap. And now with a good exit speed after this identity once again. And look at this, he's coming closer and closer and closer. As we are entering lap number 4 out of 6. We're about halfway done through this map so far. Spam with a little bit of a release to make sure his line is okay. That's going to cost him some time. Carl Jr. is slowing down a little bit. And this might be the opportunity for Spam to at least come closer to the Canadian. But... as you can see, these 3 players are still in a battle with each other for top 2 place. Spam on a solid top 5 right now. He is about 0.6 ahead of Orel, who's right behind him. But look at this. He's coming closer and closer. Carl Jr. is going to get overtaken. No, not yet. But, ooh, it is so close. Spam is on a really, really nice pace here. Alright, into another identity we go, and Spam takes it good again. Brent struggling a little bit, almost going into the wall, but he does survive. And that means he will fight... to keep on fighting for that second place here. But as you can see, if Spam keeps continuing to go like this, I can see some overtakes happening. He is incredibly close to Afi right now. Top 4 on the checkpoints, but that's because Spam went up a little bit faster than the rest. But now, here is the overtake. Afi is being left behind now. It is only Brent and Carl Jr. left for the second place. Pack is so far ahead, I don't know how anyone can catch up to him, but... second place is in the cards here. Look at this. Carl Jr. struggling a little bit as well. And this might be the opportunity for Spam to try and go for the overtake. No, not yet. Carl Jr. with the better turn this time around. But it is so incredibly close right now. But look at the difference between Spam and first place. It is now extended to a whole 1.5 seconds. And as you can see, that's not because Spam is making any mistakes. That's just Pack being insane. Although right now Spam is struggling a little bit. Gonna lose a little bit of time compared to Bren and Carl Jr. Ooh, Bren again with a really risky line into the identity. But Spam is still quite far ahead of the other players here. Massa is now closing in on the top 4 place. But Spam is still looking solid in the top 4 here. Right, the difference now between Spam and Bren is more than half a second, so it's going to be hard to catch up to, but he still has 1 lap to go. It might be possible, but maybe we'll have to settle with a top 4 place. Back still with the fastest lap, and he is more than 2 seconds ahead of Spam right now. More than 1.5 seconds ahead of Carl Jr. in second place. He is just doing his own thing right now. Alright, let's see what Massa is doing, because he is closing in on Spam, and we have a nice overview here. Because... honestly, Spam is more into a defender mode than an attacker mode right now, as he is trying to defend his top 4 place. Onto the dirt we go. The difference between Spam and Massa is about 0.2 of a second. Kappa is also trying to get into the mix, but Brand is actually struggling. Oh, but Spam actually gets the airtime, and now it is Massa who goes for the overtake. Massa snipes Spam, but there's one identity left to go. If Spam has an insane one, he might snipe some people. Let's see what he can do. First identity part. No overtakes yet. Massa is on a roll here, but look at this. Spam is risking it. Low one, but it's not enough. Brand overtakes Massa this time around, though. Is this going to be enough? Let's see. Spam most of the time has more speed. Is that going to be enough to go for the overtake of Massa? I don't think it is. So Spam will end up in the top 5. Good job by Massa here in the end, sniping Spam. You have to give it to him. But Spam with a solid performance here. Top 5 position, gets a nice amount of points for himself on lap number 1. Pack ends up being first with the fastest lap, and also more than 2 seconds ahead of Carl Jr. So he is just out of the world. He is just together with NASA. He went to Mars. And Pack and Perseverance are running around there on Mars right now. Alright, good map boy here for Spam. Nice top 5. Really good to see. Alright, here we go into the next map. Of course, another map we've seen a couple of times already. Lakadal is saying Pack's time was half a second behind world record. That is actually crazy. That is super fast. Alright. To the Peak is our second map. Let's go into the map preview. Alright, to the Peak, and as you can see from the map preview, that's not the line the players are going to be taken. That is a very different line from what we will be seeing, and hopefully we can see one in the identity coming up here in the warm-up. Following Spam right now, who is in top 5 in the warm-up. And as you can see, this will be the Poggers line. This is the I'm gonna get 2 seconds ahead of you line. But it is really, really risky. You have to pull it off correctly. Spam does a correct one right there, but you've also already seen him make a mistake there. And thank you, Spam, for also showing us how you can do a little bit more safe line, which you can also do. It's still really, really fast. And the line most people will probably be going for is going to the left early, and in that way you kind of ensure that you don't crash, which of course is really bad. Alright, let's go into the second map. It is called To the Peak. Let's see what the players are gonna do here. Spam right now has 9 points so far. He got that from map 1. A good performance there. Hopefully he can continue to do so on this one. Ice slide, here we go. Carl Jr. going super far inside. That must be a bad line. There's no way that was good. But Spam takes a really, really good ice slide there. And is immediately in the top 3 position. And of course, back in number 1. How surprising. Alright, here we go onto the second ice slide. And Spam historically has been struggling on this one. But as you can see, he is not this time. And he takes the first place. Let's go. We are looking good here. Spam with 2 really, really good ice slides and is now in the first place. But as you can see, Pack and Gwen are really, really close. Pack right now with more speed, and he's gonna go for the overtake. And it looks like Spam went for the white line, and we know what's gonna happen when he does the white line. He's gonna go for the risky line. Here we go. Gwen going left, but Spam is going in the middle. He takes the somewhat safer approach of the 2. And that means he will be second, not first, because Tween is the only player who went for the mega risk, and it is paying off. Look at how far ahead you are if you take the mega risky line. 1.2 seconds for Tween. Absolutely crazy. And he needs it because he is in top 8 in the general standings, just behind Spam, who is top 7, and all by only 1 point. So if Tween does well here, that is actually quite bad for Spam. But luckily for us, Spam is in second place right now. Alright, second ice slide to go. And of course the Ice Meister himself, Muda, is already in the mix here. And he does take it a little bit better than Spam and will overtake him for second place. But the battle is still really, really close. Oh! But we have a different line here. And Spam takes it way better on the dirt. No airtime and no release. That's what you like to see here. Alright, looks like Spam is going a little bit more inside. I wonder if he will go for the risky line this time around or he will take it more safe. He is going to take it more safe. And this drives well here with how Spam was already talking about it in the pre-match interview. How Spam was going to go for a little bit more safe approach because some players, Tween, will make mistakes and he will get some free overtakes. Tween did go for another mega risky route, and I'm saying a mega risky because it is mega risky. And as you can see, if you make a mistake, you will have to respawn, and that's going to cost you a lot of time. Tween immediately to the top 11, and he's gone. In the meantime, though, we have Spam taking the super safe line, and he's still second place, and that's what I'm talking about. That is just smart gameplay right there by Spam. Ooh, not that great exit speed on the ice slide, and Riolu will take advantage of this. And he's going to go for the overtake. Riolu looking good here on map number 2 to the peak. Muda in the meantime quite far ahead. He is not only having a good identity, but now also just a generally good round here. Alright, let's see what Spam's going to do this time. It looks like an inside route, and that means we'll probably see him go safe once again. But I can't say I disagree with this. Yes, indeed, he will go to the left. Nice amount of booster here, and that's going to mean he will be fast. Ooh, we have Kappa taking the risky part. And he's going to go and snipe Spam and maybe Riolu here for second place. Looking good for him. But no other people overtaking him, even though Spam takes the safe route. And that's quite good here. Muda is able to go for another quite good line here on the identity. And he will stay first by quite a lot. Papu is trying to get on the stream. And he's actually successful in doing so. Because right now with a better exit speed, he will be on our screens for a little bit. Let's see what the next ice slide is going to bring us. Right, good line here by Spam. I think he will have a nice amount of speed, but Papu and Kappa take it better. And they will say bye-bye to Spam right now. Still, though, he is in that top 5 position. And that's going to be another 9 points if it stays like this. Quite good here. Alright, let's see what's going to be happening here in this identity. Muda going for another risky one. We have Spam going for the risky one as well. Let's go. Kappa taking a risky line as well. Alright, here we go. Looks really good. Spam actually successful in taking that line. And he leaves Papu behind him for sure. Now Riolu is struggling. Oh my god, he's throwing away his top 3 position. And gives it right to the hands of Spam. Bronze medal for Spam so far. Nice ice slide coming in. Ooh, not great exit speed. Oh, that is really unfortunate. The icy wheels are going to be destroying Spam right there. Oh my god. Well, that is just a tilter, isn't it? A really good save by Spam. I gotta be honest. Look at how he goes into the wall and he still has a decent ice slide. That is quite impressive here. And we will see Spam still in top 7, even after a double mistake in this round. Yeah, sure. Carl Jr., Grand Papu, they overtake him. But top 7, not bad after all those little mistakes. Alright, let's see what's going to happen here on this one. We see Spam going for another risky route. And maybe he's going to go for some overtakes on the people that go for the safe part. Alright, here we go. And yes, indeed, we already have an overtake on Grand. And now Carl Jr. is super close as well. Spam is not giving up just yet. Yeah, we see some mistakes. But Spam is still in the race here. He wants some more points for himself. In the battle with Gwen right now for the top 6. Although Gwen takes it a little bit better. But on the ice slide we go. Let's see what's going to happen on this one. Nice line here by Spam. Oh, Carl Jr. has made a mistake. And that is good news for Spam. He is going to overtake Carl Jr. right now. Oh my god, my voice is already removing itself from my body. And we're only on map number 2. Ice Slide coming in. Gwen is super slow. And that is going to be another overtake for Spam here. Look at this. Top 5. By the way, Muna is now 5 seconds ahead of Spam almost. And still, Spam is in the top 5 position. Kappa is actually really close to Muna here. It's not over for the number 1 position. We'll have to see what they can do. Oh, Gwen is so aggressive in this line. Look at that. But that probably means Gwen will go for the safe part. Spam does it as well. It's going to be a battle between Gwen and Spam for the top 5. Who is going to get it? Who is going to be the victorious? It is Peck who takes the snipe. What do you mean? Peck instantly overtakes Papu, Spam, and Gwen. And I don't know, maybe even Carl Jr. there for the top 4. Spam does win the battle with Gwen here and locks in the top 6 position. But what was that in the end? Hello? Peck absolutely beast mode, taking the full risk route in lap 6. Now that takes some balls. Woo! Alright, Muda takes the win here. Nice 20-pointer. Peck with another fastest lap and 12 points. We have Kappa doing really well here. 14 points, really good because he needs those points. In the meantime, though, we have Spam with 17 in the top 6 after map number 2. Exactly, Spam with 2 little mistakes here. Bumping into the wall in the first ice slide and then bumping into the wall into the second ice slide. Still getting top 6. That is very nice. Alright, now the next map is going to be really interesting because it is not Spam who's playing. It is you who's playing. Yeah.
You there, in the chat. Wake up, because you have to play now.
Here we go again. It is Clash mode and the chats of the given players, the given streamers, will take over here and they will drive. As you can see, by typing ++ in the chat, you accelerate, -- to brake, left, right, and only mods will be able to type respawn. And like Spam already said in the pre-match interview, he wants you to win because otherwise we are not winning anything today. So hopefully that's a joke. And indeed, there is a little bit of a delay. So if you type ++, that will actually only happen like 2 or 3 seconds after you type it. So when you see the turn coming up, and then you want to type right, when the turn comes up to go to right, 3 seconds before that. Alright, here we go. We are live and we're not even watching Spam. Hello, there we go. Alright, the chat is blindly driving perfectly. Now that is what I'm talking about right now. Look at this! What is going on? We're so good! Alright, good so far, but the turn is coming up. Make sure to type left way before we go into the turn. Oh, okay. We have a good bounce here. Ooh, but the poles are coming up. Oh dear, we're gonna drive into the poles, aren't we? No, actually we go to the left. This is good. Oh, chat, I love you. Look at this. Beautiful. We're actually going straight. And what a close battle here. Oh, Link takes the overwall. Goes right outside the map. But we take a really good turn here. Oh, we're going really far left. But we actually make it. We're still in the race. Top 7 for us, which is definitely a record so far. And we're still going straight to the map. Chat is currently unlocking their full potential. We are 5th right now and we're still looking good here. Oh, yes. Still no huge mistakes. Alright, on to the Solstice Block we go and another left turn coming up. I can see chat already typing left. You are beast. Oh, we're not even touching the wall? Oh dear. What a god tier chat right now. Oh no. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna respawn. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're back. It's no problem. We got this. Look at this. Way better this time around. Actually, driving left. This is looking really good. Sharp right turn coming up. Oh dear. Oh, okay. I think we can get out of this. Alright, nice. Alright. Alright, let's go backwards, guys. Oh, we're doing it! Let's go backwards! Let's go! Let's finish the map backwards. Okay, we have respawned. Let's go straight now. I'm kind of like hyping the backwards, but it's probably way better to respawn in straight. Let's go. Are we going to make it? We have 1 full minute and we're actually going to make it through lap number 1 and we're in lap number 2. Good job, chat, so far. I'm actually super impressed. Alright, a left turn coming up here. Looks good. Alright, a little bit of a bonk, but we're good here. Ooh, can we snipe Riolu? We have 24 seconds left to go. Can we snipe him? Looking good here. Actually, we're gonna go through the dirt really correctly. And we will be sniping the Riolu. Oh no! He's gonna come back! Oh! We're getting wrecked here. Alright, we made the checkpoint. We made the checkpoint. GG, chat. I'm really, really impressed. That was actually quite good. This was by far our best performance. By far. Alright, that was great, but now we're gonna go back into the step. Step number 5. And just a little bit of a recap here from the first 2 steps. Let's look at the step ranking so far. I'm saying step a lot of times in a row. We have Pack so far going beast mode with 34 points. Then we have Muda in 2nd place. Kappa is doing really well as well. And where has Spam? He is on 17 points. In 6th, together with Bren and Riolu. So, a pretty good step so far, I gotta be honest. Definitely on the left side of the scoreboard here with a good amount of points. So, if Spam will be able to get more top 8s throughout this step, he's gonna get a lot of points. Definitely good base here on map 1 and 2. And let's continue into the next map. We have reversing. Let's look at the map preview. Alright, it is reversing time, and as you might remember, we had a little bit of a special line here by Spammiej. He was able to land in a diagonal way, and by doing so, keeps the gear and gets a lot more speed compared to his opponents who were not landing in a diagonal way just before you start reversing. And that way, he was able to get an edge. Now, of course, the cat's out of the bag on this one, and the others will also do this line now. But I'm pretty sure Spam still feels very confident on this map, and we'll see him play well here. In the first map of today, where we'll have a little bit of a point loss, aka 50% point loss, because we of course are in map number 3 out of 6. So the pressure is gonna be on this time. quick peek here at the league ranking. Kind of want to check out here. Yeah, so far so good for Spam. As you can see, he has a decent step so far. So yeah, he's still 7, but he's getting close to Gwen here, as you can see. Also extending his lead on Tween. Anyway, let's go into the step, because those are all numbers that might not even be relevant in the end. We are live on map number 3. And as you can see, be in the top 8, because point loss is now enabled. If you do not get top 8 positions, and instead are between 9 and 16, you will lose half the points you've gained so far in the step. In Spam's case, that would be... wait, I can't do math. What is this? I'm a caster. If he gets top 8, I don't have to do math. Let's do that. So far, not really looking to do that. So, because Spam with a little bit of a weak start is now 14th. But of course, he is so close to the top 8. And a couple of good turns here, and Spam will catch back up. And he's already trying to do so, as you can see. Alright, identity coming up here. Let's see what the landing will be for Spam. Looks good here. Nice diagonal. And whoa! What is this? Such a low jump. Almost no airtime. Diagonal landing with really good exit speed. And we go from 14 to 3? Absolutely crazy. Yeah, not the greatest exit on the identity, but who cares? Because that entrance was so incredible. Right, into lap number 2 we go. And Spam has made his way back into the top 8. Almost basically, kind of. As he is now in the 9th place. Aurel is top 8 right now. Papu is also struggling a little bit. But Spam needs to keep up the pressure here to win this map. In the meantime, we have Gwen about 0.4 ahead of everyone here. Pack in 2nd place. And then we have a lot of people incredibly close together. Spam losing some ground here in the middle of the map, but maybe with another good identity he can catch back up. Muda is struggling a little bit, as you can see. And this might be the place where Spam gets into the green. Alright, another identity coming up. What will the jump be? It looks good again. Oh, absolutely beautiful. But not that awesome compared to his opponents this time around though. But still looking good. What about this exit? No airtime this time around, and that looks good here. The speed is not that high though. Oh, but Afi makes a huge mistake, goes into the wall. That's going to cost him so much time. And that's going to slow him down a lot. And that means easy overtake for Spam here. Now into the top 8. And let's see who is behind him. Kappa is about half a second behind. Look, this is quite a big margin, so that is looking good here. So, but Spam needs to keep playing here, because Kappa might put on the turbo. And we're gonna go sweaty. And as you can see, he is really close to players like Muda, Aurel, and Papu. If any of them make any tiny mistakes, or if Spam just plays out of his mind, we will see some overtakes, like we're already seeing on Muda here. Oh, this is looking really good for Spam. Going into another identity. Nice diagonal landing here. But Aurel and Muda had a good one as well. Papu is being left behind already. So that is decent, but look at how incredibly close this battle is. Now Masa's in this mix as well. Muda is the one being victorious out of this identity, but Spam is coming out looking strong here. Almost doing an Afi right there, but not going into the wall, so that is good. Alright, top 7 here for Spam. Now Aurel is being left behind as well, so it is top 6 now. Looks good for Spam here, slowly but surely overtaking people, and that is what you like to see, because that means we are looking good here as we enter the second half of this map. We are now in lap 4 out of 6, and Masa is struggling a little bit. It's looking good for Spam. Is he going for the overtake? The battle is on for top 5. Masa is a little bit faster here. But as you can see, Spam has the opportunity to maybe go for some overtakes. Muda is still a little bit ahead of Spam, but also quite in reach as we are moving into another identity section. Oh, Masa jumps really high. This might be a really good opportunity for Spam and Muda to go for the overtake. And as you can see, they do so indeed. Oh, what do you mean? What? What was that? Spam just, like, did not get grip there and has to respawn. Wow, I don't know exactly, but he was just sliding. Well, normally you have a no slide there. And of course, if you slide way less grip, you fall out and then you have to respawn. And now we're in the situation where Spam immediately gets 13th. He will probably lose his points here because he's more than 5 seconds behind top 8. Luckily though, you know, if you have to lose points on any map, map 3 is the best one to lose points on. So that is good at least. I'm gonna quickly look at Kappa here, because he is still in the battle for the top 8. He is currently 9th, and Riolu is trying to defend his 17 points right now. But Kappa is about to lose 11 here. Alright, Pack with the fastest lap is now almost point... Oh, wait, huh? Wait, no. Nah, this is weird. This is weird. Carl Jr. is not top 8 right now. That is... We don't see that often, so I guess we have to cherish this moment right here. Because it's not going to take long for Carl Jr. to obviously snipe Afi here for the top 8. Because that's what Carl Jr. does best. Sniping people for the top 8. Pack is still 2 seconds ahead of everyone here and is looking to get another 22-pointer on this map. But let's focus on this battle because it's quite important for Carl Jr. here to not lose his 10 points. Afi trying to defend his 7 points here for the top 8. Ooh, Carl Jr. is actually struggling and is gonna slow down. This might be good news here for Riolu, who overtakes Carl Jr. and might go for some overtakes on Kappa, who struggles a lot here. Is Riolu actually doing it? He's actually doing it. 17 points are being rescued here because Riolu gets top 8 in the end. Or not. No, he does get top 8, but Carl Jr. is only 0.8 away from getting top 8. Wow. Big winners here. Pack and Muda, first and second once again, and they are looking to dominate this step. Not only were they already first and second in the step, but now they will extend their lead. Spam will lose some points here in the 13th place, but that's how it is. Unlucky with this one, but I'm sure that Spam will be able to continue his journey throughout the step. Couple of points lost here, but definitely not the end of the world. It's way better losing here than losing in the end. Right, next map is going to be Whoops, which, as you might remember from last week, is where Spam made a little tiny mistake. With what I mean is he made a huge mistake going too fast over the hill. He did not get grip from the reactor boost. And he had to respawn. And that basically instantly sent him to the bottom 8. And he lost his points. But, you know. Wait, what? Pack drove world record. That is... no way. That is actually crazy. World record in TMGL. Right. Well, Spam. Basically what happened last week. That is not what you want to do, basically. Wait, did my dad just type in chat? Hi, Dad. What an honor. Alright, we're warming up on Whoops here, and I was too low to do the map preview now. I'm a little bit distracted, but yeah. We're just having fun here. It will be map 4 out of 6, which will mean this is the last map where we have a 50% point loss. After this one, we're gonna go into the full point loss sweaty time on the 2 new maps. Let's take a quick look at the step ranking. We have Pack in the lead with 56 points, definitely deserved. We have Mudan 39, looking really good. Spam has moved to 11th place on the step so far with 12 points, but that might be turned around here. In life we go on Whoops. Map 4 out of 6, looking good already. Did I just remove the names? I did do so in the... Oh, I'm not... Words are failing me right now. Let's go. Spam As you can see, he is overbraking, but still good exit speed even with the overbraking here. So not bad at all. And we're gonna go looking decent here at the start. Top 8 for Spam so far. Gwen is in the lead by a lot, going full risk already, 0.2 ahead of everyone else, but Spam is looking decent so far. Let's go into the ice slide. Will everyone go for the bobsled method? Most people will go indeed, but we see some people going for the ice slide. I didn't completely catch who it was, but Spam is actually doing it really, really well on the bobsled, and now is instantly in the top 4 place. Gwen is booming right now in first place. He is about 0.4 ahead of Bran already, but it is Spam in third place, going for the release. A little bit of an over-release there, but I'm sure Scrappy is dead. What do you mean? Spam struggling a little bit on the dirt hills, however, so we cannot laugh too hard, but he's gonna lose some positions, but it's better than what Scrappy just did at least. Oh, wow. We now see Spam in top 6, about point. Wait, not point. 1 second and 3 tenths of a second. Oh man, this whole step is crazy. I don't know what's happening, but yeah, we have a good start for Spam at least. We are in lap 2. Then Spam is trying to catch up, and look at that, the risk that he just took on the dirt. That almost went wrong, but as you can see, it's paying off right now. Ooh, but he cliffs it, and Spam is quickly playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater there, and you do get some points for grinding the rail there, but not in TrackMania. It is quite slow. Not the end of the world, however. Yes, Spam is in the red, but it seems like he has the pace to catch back up to the others. Top 12 right now, together with Massa, who once again goes for the overtake. We see a mistake by Kappa right there, and that is going to be an overtake. What? Did you just look at the best lap? Because we had like 4 different best laps in a row there. That was quite funny. Avon is now the one with the best lap. We've not seen a lot of good performances by Avon, but right now he is looking good. And he is now back in top 8. Alright, here we go. Over drifting once again. And this is looking good. But Spam is now in top 14. He really needs to pick up the pace. Otherwise, this is going to be bad for sure. Muda is the only one speed drifting on this part, which is quite sad to see. But Muda is, of course, the full speed god himself. And he will do the SDs. Alright, Kappa and Tween are going for the ice slide. And that is a good opportunity for Spam to go for some overtakes. Even doing the bobsled so well that he's going to close in on Tween and Muda. It's still not enough, however. He is 1.4 seconds behind top 8. And we need to see full risk and some mistakes here by others for Spam to get back into the top 8. But it is not over yet like it was last map. Nice identity here by Spam. Nice low airtime. And we'll see another good jump here by him. Good enough, let's say. Oh, Riolu really struggling right there. And that's going to cost him a lot of time. So that's another overtake for Spam here. Now in top 12. It is Tween ahead of him. It is Muda ahead of him. And Muda, by the way, really not wanting to lose his points. He is now on 39 points. Spam as well with 12. And he is slowing down quite a bit here. Not with the best start of the lap. And this is not looking too good for Spam on lap number 4. Whoops. He is 1.7 seconds behind. But this might be the overtake on Tween. He does so indeed. Muda struggling a lot as well. Riolu and Aurel are coming closer though. And they are now in a battle with Spam. But look at that. Spam is actually 9th. Spam is 9th. Okay. So there is hope. Yes. He is 2 seconds behind. But one mistake by any of the players who are even remotely close here to top 8. And Spam will be... Oh, okay. Well, Spam, I didn't mean you make the mistake. I wanted to say that any of the others who are ahead of you make any mistakes. Now it's going to be really hard because we need some kind of miracle right now for Spam to get back into the top 8. So that's probably not going to happen. But look at the gap still between the top 8 players and the bottom 8 players. Between Riolu and Afi is 2 seconds. Afi is not even on the screen. That is actually a really weird divide. Exactly at the top 8 line. Muda is looking to lose points here. 39 so far. And yeah, I mean... Ooh, another mistake here by him as well. Look at Spam going full risk, but now it is over. Wop right here. That's a rip. We have top 16 for Spam here. Let's look at Riolu. Still 1.7 seconds behind. If we zoom in on the top here a little bit, we have Gwen not only taking the fastest lap, but extending his lead of more than 2 seconds. It seems like Gwen has woken up here on this map. In the meantime, though, we have Papou, who needs some points in second place. Really good job by the French player. Pack once again in the mix for the top positions, although not that crazy this time around. In a humble third place. Scrappy looking good here. Afon as well. Carl Jr. is top 8. Brand also top 8. So, little bit scary here for Spam. But at least Massa is not in the top 8. So that's kind of good news for him. Tween as well. It is close, however. It is really, really close. Alright, as we can see here, Gwen did not have the best bobsled part. And he has to give away more than a second. Is now struggling a little bit on this part as well. Let's see if he will be able to lock in the win here. Or Papou will snipe it. It looks like Gwen is going to win it here. But Papou is pushing. Is not going to be enough. Actually, Papou slows down so much. Oh no! He's getting sniped in the end. But he is top 8 at least for him. That is good. Riolu with the set. 9th place. And this is going to be the score in the end. Alright. What can you say? Spam struggling a lot on this map. Making a lot of mistakes. So, honestly, deserved 16th place. What can you do? What can you do? We still have 2 more maps to go, though. And that means that there is still a really good potential for Spam to get a lot of points in the end. Link has the Carl Jr. skin. That's actually beautiful. Wait, let me check. Oh, he's standing still at the start. Alright, we have a 3-minute warm-up here on Whirlpool, which will be the first of the 2 new maps of this week. Alright, let's see here. After the camera is over, we can take a look at Link's car skin. Anyway. We have Whirlpool by Firestorm. Let's go into the map preview. Oh yeah, he is playing with the Congeneer skin. Oh, that's pretty funny. Let's look at the map preview. Alright, the Whirlpool identity. And it is driving over the dirt hills. Really, really precise. If you cannot have a bad line there. Because a bad line is just complete dead. Instantly. Alright, we see Pack warming up on Whirlpool right now. And he will go into the identity so we can see it live. And just to be clear, the hearts next to the people's name is the amount of people that cheered for that player. You can cheer by typing !cheer in the chat. You'll get to go to a link on the TrackMania Grand League official page. And there you'll be able to vote for your favorite player, aka Spam. And he will get some hearts behind his name. The more people cheer for him, the more hearts, the more turbo charges Spam will have during the map. Alright, so far we have about 20 seconds left to go for Whirlpool, but so far Spam not with the best step, of course. I mean, he is literally last so far, but maybe, just maybe, he can catch back up here in the end. And we will have a decent step at least. Because, like he said already, even more than 10 points, even double-digit points, will go a long, long way going into the last step. Alright, here we go, live on Whirlpool. And it's all or nothing here. It's going to be really important for Spam to get some points. And then also get top 8 on the next one. To get a solid position going into step number 6. Where it's the last chance for you to lock in the top 8 position for the playoffs. Alright, here we go. Start not too good for Spam. He's already a little bit behind, but not too far at least. Papu, Dirtmeister immediately boosts himself ahead of Spam right now. Is Gwen in the lead? It seems like he trained this map. And he is looking good already. Into the loop we go. And Spam actually has a nice amount of speed. Will catch up to a lot of players here. Goes up high. Good speed over the dirt. And he now goes to the 14th place. Already catching up to people. And look at this. Spam hits the wall. Oh dear. Spam hits the wall and gets a mega slowdown. Immediately. 2.6 seconds behind. I don't know how to hype this up, but this is just awful. We're gonna go over the identity here, but Spam is 3 seconds behind top 8. Which I guess is possible to catch up, but it is not looking good. Alright, Tween also with a mistake here. And he's actually going for the normal start route. That is how slow his end was. Which is good for Spam because Tween is literally basically equal with him on the general standing. So that's some bright light here. But yeah, it is not looking great here. Not looking good. Alright, let's zoom in on the leaders. We have Gwen in first place. Riolu, Pack and Kappa are all looking strong. Right behind these players we have Papu, Bren, Afi and Carl Jr. in the top 8. But yeah, Gwen is taking the lead here. But look at Kappa. Wow. Actually, really, really good lines here by Kappa. And he will go for the overtake on Riolu and get into second place. Inside line by him. Oh, Riolu is holding on to that second place, however. Right, into the identity we go. Oh, Kappa jumps so low. What is this? The risk this man is taking. Absolutely crazy. He just leaves Riolu behind him in one turn. Look at that. Really, really good execution here by Kappa, who is now in second place. Oh my god, he also almost went to the pause there, but was able to correct his line. Riolu did have more exit speed on the last part of the identity though, so he catches up immediately. But it is still a nice battle for second place here between Riolu and Kappa, as you can see. Alright, Spam in the meantime is still more than 3 seconds behind and not really catching up to the top 8 place, who is currently Massa. Let's see here how this looks like. Oh, Massa actually is turboing away, as you can see, and is now in top 6. But this is how the battle for top 8 looks like. We have Afi in 9, but Bren is trying to defend that green number here. It is doing so far with the more high-speed line. But going into the identity, we'll have to see if we can hold on to it. Alright, Afi, here he goes. Oh, look at that, Bren with another low jump here. But that's going to cost him some speed. It seems like if you go really low, you don't have a lot of speed for the next one. So it's give or take here in the identity. Alright, Gwen with the fastest lap time is in first place, a little bit ahead of Kappa still. Afi is struggling a lot, and this will give way to Muda and Evon to go for the overtake. Brand now solidly in the top 8 place. Evon and Muda have quite a lot to lose here with 18 and 23 points respectively, and they are trying to get back into the top 8 position. And now Afi is actually pressing B to boost, as you can see, going for the overtake on Muda, and now is actually really, really close to Evon. But it is still moot here because Bren is the one in top 8 place, so they need to catch up to Bren, who is not gonna give away that position. I am really, really sure of that. Let's zoom in on that for a second here. Bren is already more than 3 seconds behind Gwen, but still in the top 8, and that is where you want to be. Into another identity we go. Bren and Massa here are direct opponents of Spam, so I'm gonna focus on these players because what they do will be important for the general standing if you compare it to Spam. So that is something interesting to see. Oh my god, no way. Riolu goes super low, and that's gonna cost him so much time, giving the... Oh, Evon! Yep, pull for Evon here, giving Riolu the top 8 back. But ooh, for a second there, that looked really, really bad. Riolu once again back into the green numbers. If Spam did not make any huge mistakes, he would be in the top 8 now. As you can see, goes for the overtake on Norel already. And we are in lap 5 out of 6. Spam is only 1.4 seconds behind top 8 now. And that is a lot better than the 3.5. But it might not be enough here to get back into the top 8. The battle for top 8 is going on though. As you can see, Riolu barely able to hold on to it, but on the hunt is Afi and Papu. Muda is also quite close by. Papu for the overtake already. Jumps low, and this is going to cost him some speed. Is that going to be enough though? Goes low once again, and Papu actually with a really good identity so far is going to hold on to the top 8 place. Riolu will be left behind. And this is good news for the Frenchman, but really, really bad for the German. Oh, but Carl Jr. Carl Jr. with a mistake after the identity, and once again the rare red numbers here for Carl Jr. But top 9 often means he will be able to catch back up in the end. Spam is slowly but surely catching up though. Look at this, he is already in the 12th place. Oh, but Papu makes a mistake. Spam goes for the overtake on him. And now Spam is 11th after in the last lap. So small miracle here, and he can get top 8, but I'm not counting on it, I gotta be honest. In the meantime, we have the battle for the top 8. Carl Jr., Muda, Afi. Oh, Muda takes a different line here. Is that going to be significant? Let's see here. Last identity coming up. Carl Jr. is currently in the top 8, but he needs to hold on to that. Is Muda or Afi going to snipe? Or is Carl Jr. getting the top 8 once again? It looks like he's gonna lock it in here. Spam is all the way back in 11th place, but will not get the top 8. The big winners here are Afi and Carl Jr., who hold on to the 22 and 20 points. And Muda, Riolu, and Spam with the feels bad man, as they lose their points right there in map number 5. Wow, what a map. Sad face for Muda and Riolu. Riolu has probably the record for the most amount of 9th and 10th places in this step. Actually crazy. But good comeback by Spam here. Going from 16 to 11. That is really, really good. That is really, really good. And it is significant, right? Because you do get some points from being 11th compared to 16. So if he gets top 8 now, those points will at least get carried in to the total standings. Alright, on to the last map of tonight we go. Step ranking. Back, dominating. 80 points. Gwen is has woken up after map 3, it seems. Not too good of a performance on map 1 and 2, but now is really, really strong. Scrappy and Bren are doing really well. And especially Bren and Massa here are scary. Let's take a look at the league ranking so far. If it stays like this, Spam will lose a position to Bren, Massa, and Scrappy. Wow. Yikes. But it can be very, very different after Arctic split, of course. Because some people might lose points. Spam can get a lot of points. We'll have to see. Let's take a look at the map preview. Alright. And that is Arctic Split. It is going to be all about this identity here. Being able to jump between these poles multiple times each lap. You know, doing it once, not that hard. Doing it multiple times, and that's 6 laps? Well, that's going to be a hard task. And we'll have to see if the players can do this. I'm reckoning there will be some mistakes, and let's hope Spam will be the player that doesn't do them. Here we go. We are live. Arctic split. Map 6 out of 6. It's all or nothing here. Spam really needs to do well here because he can use a lot of... What do you mean? Who just crashed? Someone didn't make the first turn. Oh, Afi is now already... And Tween! Both of these players are 8 seconds behind already. Wow. That is a slap in the face and a half right there. Alright. But let's focus on Spam though. It did a good start, but now slowing down a little bit here. Still in the race. Right, through the first balls we go. Spam in the 11th place. And as I said, we need a good performance here. And looking good already, as you can see. But Kappa and Riolu are being overtaken by him. And now Carl Jr. is the next target. Spam is putting on the pressure. That's what we like to see here. I think we will see a good Spam this map. Gwen! Oh! See you later, Gwen. See your points. Down the drain we go. Oh, here we go. And Spam with an absolutely beautiful identity through the poles. And is now top 4. Yes, the ice slide was not great, but we are still in the green, ladies and gentlemen. We are still in the green. Alright, wall ride time. Let's see what the full speed skills of Spam are. And seems like they're actually better than his opponents. As he is now coming closer to Carl Jr. out of the wall ride. Top 8 is being held by Spam, and that's really the bare minimum, but we want to see some more here. Alright, onto the dirt wall ride we go. A little bit of a safe line there, and it's going to pay off, as you can see. Because the top 8 is being held. He is 1 second behind the leader pack right now, who is once again just on an insane pace. I mean, what a beast. What a beast. But the battle for 8, oh, I mean, look at how close everything is. Oh no, but Spam is the one who gets the pole in the face, and that's gonna slow him down a lot here. And that is 1.5 seconds between him and top 8 now. There is still hope, however, because he has a good anti-identity. And that means he's only a second behind top 8. So yes, he made a mistake here. Yes, this is not looking good. But there is still hope. Let's go. 1.2 seconds here. Oh, Spam slows down a little bit here out of this part. So that's going to cost him some more time. We are only in lap 3 out of 6. And we just started it. So there's a lot of ground here for Spam to catch back up. And at least get top 8 in the end. And that might be really important. Because if he gets top 8, someone like Kappa or Massa might not get top 8. And that's going to be really, really important as well. Do not forget about that. 1.5 seconds here. Definitely possible. For sure possible. Link is right ahead of him. And maybe... Oh, Link actually drifts a little bit. And this slows him down. The opportunity for Spam to go for the overtake. Link goes really high in the wall ride as well. But it is not enough yet for Spam to go for any overtakes. But here in the identity it's already looking good. Scrappy is the mistake maker in this round. And also Spam goes for the overtake on Link. And we go from 13 to 11. Link makes a huge mistake as well. Now Kappa struggling as well. This is looking really, really good. And as I said, it is not over yet. Good ice slide by Spam as well. And he's really putting on the pressure here. It is only 0.4 now for Spam to get back to the top 8 as he moves into the 9th place. We are only halfway to the map and Spam's pace is really high. So if he doesn't make any other mistakes, I can see him get top 8. Definitely. For sure here. And he actually does so. Wait, what happened? Who just took the shitter? I didn't catch that, but... Papu! Oh my god, Papu makes the mistake. Alright, but he did lose his points already in the previous map. So not that big of a disaster, but still. This is good for Spam as he is now in the top 8. Even after making a mistake. And that, as you can see, he has the pace to do this. Now also going for the overtake on Aurel. It's actually looking really, really good here. Top 7 now. Ooh, Kappa is still looking strong though, as you can see. Oh, but he goes up so high, that's going to cost him a lot of time. Good identity for Spam here. Massa right ahead of him. Oh, Riolu! Riolu with a huge mistake. Now Spam is 6th. Riolu is not having a good step here. His mood is going to be really, really bad. Because it's not like Riolu is slow or anything. It's just... 9th, 10th, 9th, 9th, you know, I would not want to be in this place. Alright, Spam, however, is looking good in the last lap. And by the way, Spam has the fastest lap. Yes! 1:09.23 by Spam. He is not only catching up, people are making mistakes, but he's also catching up here. Best lap for him, and that's another 2 points. Very important. 2 points might be the difference between him getting top 8 and not, right? This could be a defining moment. So this is looking really, really good here. Alright, Massa is ahead of Spam here in the top 5. And is one of his direct opponents. So we might, an overtake would be really nice here. But holding on to 6 would also be great. Alright, next identity. Spam looking strong once again. And he is still in the top 6. Alright, Massa still looking strong, however. Muda is ahead of him. Bren is ahead of him. And oof, those are good opponents of him who are carrying a lot of points through this step. One more lap to go. Let's see what Spam can do here. There is a lot of gaps here, so it's mostly coming down to mistakes by the players. Scrappy, however, is decently close to Spam, but as you can see, Spam is going full risk. Almost drifting out of the map right there, but holds on to his speed. And is once again on the strong lap. Alright, jump coming in here. Spam is still 6th. Let's see what he can do. One more identity. And then the step is over. A 6th place would be okay here. Here we go. Puyola right behind him. But Spam already looking strong in the first part of the identity. Second part, let's go. Cleared. Third part, let's go. Cleared. Alright. Very good, very good. Will lock in the top 6. Sadly, Kappa snipes the best lap, but that is whatever. At least we get a top 8 finish here in the end of map 6, which is something. It is something. Overall, though, definitely not a good step for Spam here, because both Bren and Massa have an insane step. Good news for him though, Scrappy loses his 31 points. So he once again will overtake Scrappy on the general standings. But I cannot say that Spam had a good step here. It's just... yeah, I don't know. Alright, Peck is the winner of this step with... wait, hello? Step ranking. What is this? Anyway. This is now the overall ranking. Carl Jr. still in the lead, but Peck comes really, really close. And they are just incredibly far ahead of Aurel in 3rd place. Bren and Massa overtake Gwen here and get into 6th and 7th. Spam loses his top 8 position. And we will once again have an incredibly nail-biting step 6. As we have had basically every season. And yeah, however, Spam is looking decent for 73 points, but look at how the people he has to overtake. Bren, Massa, Gwen, what is this? It is really, really scary. Let's see what Spam thinks of this step. Alright, we are at the end of step 5. Hi Spam. Not the best one here, I gotta be honest, but at least a decent step map 6.
Yeah, I mean, I made one mistake on map 5, and it was at the section, at the full speed section, and yeah, I just lost it all because all my other laps were going well, so that just fucking sucks. Any other position where I crashed, like, would have been better than exactly that spot. That spot was just, yeah, horrendous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this the whole step itself, it wasn't good at all. So yeah, I don't know, bad step, and now I find myself in this. Yeah, I don't really want to think about it actually. The freaking step 6 stupidness is coming up again.
Yeah, it's once again, it's like you're cursed. I mean,
yeah.
and this season it's even worse than last season's, where at least you were in the top 8 at this point, but you've actually dropped down to 9 now. Although only by 2 points, which, I mean, that's not a lot, but yeah. It is Gwen who is 2 points ahead of you, which might not be the best player to be 2 points ahead of you.
No, definitely not. I mean, he is gonna play good for sure. So I think it's gonna be between me and Massa at this point. Let me check the ranking again. Yeah, so I'm 4 points behind. Bren is also still very much reachable, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's. I don't know. It was map. Well, what was it? The first two maps went all right.
Yeah.
Then I had an at the ice part, the backwards. I don't know how I slid out. I don't know why, because I was just doing the same thing over and over again. So I have to look at that again. I mean, whoops went. I mean, the identities went horrible. Basically, it was basically just the identities that just screwed me over.
Yeah, exactly. On whoops, your laps were good, but the identities were often just.
Yeah, and then I tried to snipe the fastest time in the last lap, but I didn't know that Gwen already had a 23, which is insane. And then map 5, well, I made that one crucial mistake, which, I don't know. I touched with 1 pixel because my car didn't even change direction. So it was like a pixel. But it could have been worse there actually because I still managed to make the jump after, which was fine.
Yeah, you were able to catch up quite a bit on map 5, which was not bad. I mean, that did help in the end, right?
Yeah, I was like 1.5 seconds behind, and that's doable. But I had to get some luck from the other side. And then map 6. I mean, in map 6 went pretty all right. I made one mistake in the identity, which almost sent me into the Malditch, but I kept myself cool and managed to get 6 there. But yeah, how many points did I get overall? 12, I think. That is not a lot. I mean, I said double digits is what I want. But
yeah, but kind of we're hoping for a little bit more than 12.
Yeah, it could have been so much better. Like, I had good pace on map 5 as well. Like I was doing good. It's just one small mistake, man. It's so brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's a bitter thing. But then again, it was my mistake. I could have also just released a bit and not pushed it there. So
yeah, and now with Bren and Massa both having a really good step. Honestly, they had a lot of points. They overtake you. Kind of lucky that Scrappy got 9th there in map 6 because on the scoreboard after the 5th map on the general standings, it looked like Scrappy was actually overtaking you. Because you were basically on 0 points and Scrappy was on 30 something. But he did lose his points in the end. So that's one player who you can be quite safe about at least. But yeah, this is really spicy. This step is gonna be crazy.
My last 3 steps have been so bad. I've been finishing in the bottom places so often. It's so annoying. It's so annoying, and I don't know why. Well, I know why because I make mistakes, but it's so frustrating. Like every single map that started, I was like 14th from the get-go already. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, I got 12 points. Like what can I do? Like probably have to practice like even more this week. Like I practice a lot and it's just so annoying that this shit happens.
Yeah, I can understand. I mean, it doesn't you don't get the benefit from the practice, it feels like, at least.
Yeah, that's just rough.
Yeah,
just
now
so rough.
And now we're back into the nail biter again with this step where not only do you need to have you need a great step basically because you can't afford to have a good one because maybe someone else will have a great one and it's not going to be enough. So
yeah, exactly. It's just how it goes. So I'm in 9th right now. And I don't want to go to 12th place. So I'm 31 points ahead of 12th, which is like I have to stay top. Like if I'm outside of the top 8, I need to stay in top 12, and that is looking quite good. But next step is just gonna be a story. Either it's gonna be a very sad story, or it's gonna be a very PogChamp story that Helis is gonna be proud of.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you do give us the content every year, so that's something, I guess.
I definitely do.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna end it, and you can go over the POV.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. All right, man. Thanks.
See you in chat.
Yo, see ya.